Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today I am joined by Joe Stonier.
Hi.
And I am here at Alloy Hub and VEA Automotive. What would you call it, Joe?
So there's Alloy Hub and then there's VEA Automotive.
Yeah, VEA Automotive. So Joe, you tell me how you started with Alloy Hub.
So Alloy Hub actually started while I was at university. So at 21 years of age, came out of university, set up a company, started trading in, buying and selling alloy wheels. Typically I'd buy the wheels in, I'd get someone else to refinish them for me, and then I'd retail them onto the customer and the end user. So
you use courier?
Yeah.
And people can buy these alloys online?
Yeah.
At your website?
Yeah.
alloy.co.uk.
Yeah.
And you know, you do high end like Range Rover, BMW, Porsche,
yeah,
them sort of things. But you could, if someone wanted an alloy, you know, you could cater for sort of anybody.
Yeah, we have the ability to source anything for any vehicle. Yeah.
But your main aim is the prestige.
Yeah.
Car market.
The benefit of the prestige car market is the price of the product from the main dealer is huge.
Yeah.
So the savings that the customer can make by coming to a company like ourselves, it's worthwhile. Where if you've got, say, for example, a Vauxhall wheel,
yeah,
the Vauxhall wheel might be £200 from the main dealer, where the equivalent top-end Audi wheel could be upwards of £1,000.
So I've got a Range Rover, let's say.
Yeah.
And to get them alloys, the bigger 22-inch alloys from Land Rover,
yeah,
would cost me around £8,000 for a set of 4.
Yeah.
I come to you.
Yeah.
You can get them way cheaper than.
Yeah. Typically, our savings are, I'd say, at least 50% of the new main dealer product.
Yeah.
But we can also, our advantage over the main dealer is we can also tailor them wheels to your requirements. So if you want them wheels in anthracite grey, orange,
bright green,
blue,
yeah,
pink, we have done it before, then we can certainly cater that for you. Because you might want a particular set of wheels from Land Rover that are in silver, and the missus wants them in matte black.
And you can do that?
Yeah, we can do that on house now. So that's what we've recently set up, is in-house powder coating facilities. We strip the wheel via a chemical stripping process. The wheel then gets blasted, it then gets powder coated, and then it gets oven baked. So that's the same process of what the wheel would be done when.
And what you showed me outside was refurbishment as well.
Yeah.
So you can refurb any alloy.
Yeah. Joe Public's wheels. Yeah.
Cracked alloy. If I've got a big crack or some potholes.
Yeah. With cracked wheels, we don't get involved with any welding or straightening any buckled wheels, because what you end up with a cracked wheel is you end up welding it up and then it'll inevitably crack again. So what we would advise the customer from a safety point of view is to replace the wheel, of which we can obviously provide a quotation for. That way, you know, they're driving around with the family in the car and they've got peace of mind that the car is safe.
So you started Alloy Hub, and then we have VEA Automotive, which is doing ever so well,
yeah,
in the pickup game,
yeah,
especially. So how did you start VEA?
I suppose I've always had a passion for customising vehicles. So the idea obviously stemmed from the alloy wheel thing, because wheels do enhance the look of a vehicle dramatically. So then we started looking and thinking, well, how can we differentiate ourselves from the competition? And I thought, well, actually, pickups are now more popular than ever.
Massive market.
But so the idea with the pickups was that let's do stuff that necessarily other people aren't doing. So you can turn up to the Volkswagen, you can buy your brand new Amarok, lovely car, but it hasn't got that American sort of appeal,
yeah,
that the pickup is renowned for.
And that's what people want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that's different, something that's mean, something that looks aggressive. So from that's where we stand into that market. getting a Ford Ranger, an Amarok, a Hilux. We would remove the interior.
Yeah, full
interior out, brand new car, full interior out.
I've just seen out there, you know, you've got like loads of seats for Ford Rangers that you've had all done, even to the dashboard, to the centre console, the rear seats as well. And if I was a customer coming in, you could spec it to what I wanted.
If you wanted blue stitching, we can certainly sort that for you. If you want a light bar on the top of the car, if you want the vehicle lifting, widening, if you want sound system installs, you know, anything that in essence the customer wants, we can obviously source and obviously fit.
So your best seller in Via, now I've got that right, is the pickups. But you can, you know, it's not just pickups, is it?
No, we do Range Rovers, we do performance cars, the likes of RS6s, RS3s,
M3s, I've seen two of them outside.
There's a lime green one that's in the yard that stands out. So yeah, again, them vehicles that we specialise in there, even though they are obviously spec cars from new anyway, we try and improve the specification beyond that of a manufacturer. So we'll put extensive carbon fibre on it, we'll upgrade the wheels, we'll upgrade the tyres, we'll do performance upgrades, remapping, all that sort of stuff. Just finishing that vehicle from, you know, what it could have always been, you know.
So what's your biggest seller?
So biggest seller, we do well on Range Rovers and the likes, but the pickups is where really our market with Via stems from. Now we have tides of business that comes in. 1 minute we're selling loads of Amaroks, 1 minute we're selling loads of Rangers, and that tends to literally go month by month. 1 month we sell more Rangers than we will Amaroks. Amarok's actually at the moment seems to be in quite short supply. You know, I don't know whether that's due to the VW emissions, and Volkswagen obviously announced they're stopping making them.
Amarok's?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, they're stopping making them. So what's actually happened with the Amarok's is they've gone from a 2 litre to a 3 litre, which is obviously everyone's raving about the latest 3 litre engine, but they're actually stopping production so they can go backwards to a 2 litre because of the emissions.
So will that have an impact on sales? Or
we'll just move with the market. So you know, I'm a petrol head at heart. You mentioned a big engine, V6. You know, obviously that's what appeals to me. But we've got to, you know, the environmental aspects, company car tax rules. You know, we are moving to smaller, higher geared engines at the moment as a nation, and eventually we'll move on to electric and so on. You know,
So your website, how long have you had that? Is that what you started with? Is this what started?
No, this platform has been optimised. Originally it was just a basic content website. This website we've got today, obviously from our point of view, we list the vehicle on, it pulls all the data regarding the vehicle, the brake horsepower, the CC of the engine, all the likes. And also in relation to the price, it does add a finance option as well, just so when customers go on, they know how much the monthly repayments would be of that vehicle.
So that is your shop?
Yes.
That's your, you know, if your website went down, let's say, you know, your shop is closed.
Yes, we are online.
So you're relying on that. Now you're on social media, and how do you find that?
Social media gets us good interactions. We actually from social media tend to have more inquiries regarding the customised bits that we put on the vehicles, whether we'll sell the bars, whether we'll sell the blackout grills, whether we'll sell all these sorts of things. But yeah, social media is great, but mainly the traffic does come from the likes of our online platform and Auto Trader and the likes.
Let me ask you this question, and I mean, I love this and I swear by it, and I just wish other people would as well. LinkedIn.
Yeah.
How do you manage LinkedIn? Have you got any good responses off people, or is it negative?
I, in all honesty, don't really use LinkedIn. It's not because of laziness, and actually thinking about it now, I should use it much more than I do. The reason I haven't historically used it is because I set up this company as a young lad.
Yeah.
And people the other end of the phone, if they knew they were talking to a 21, 22, 23, 24, 25-year-old, you haven't got that credibility when they know you're really young. They think you're inexperienced, they think you might not have the knowledge, or they think you might be genuinely having them at it. So I've hid behind the LinkedIn, and my face has been away from imagery, social media. I haven't been doing videos showing people and talking about the cars actually with myself on camera. But now that I'm obviously at an age where we're all unfortunately getting older, it is something in me plan to actually do more of. Maybe include myself talking about the cars. It's always good for customers that see the video, especially if it's a personalised video, that they know the chap that they're going to meet.
Exactly. But when you said about being 21, 22, 23, I was 23 and I got the shop keys thrown at me. Yeah. And I had to deal with Aldi, I had to deal with Macro and Buca and Iceland and all these big blue chip companies, and I was like, how do I do it? But I had to just do it. And it does. So, but you hear these stories of like 19-year-olds that have made an app. And some big companies come and brought it off them for say 20 million. And for a 19-year-old, I bet they would have been petrified. I think they would have. But these things do happen, and we have to learn and adapt and overcome.
Obviously, social media now is enormous, isn't it? It's the way the world's going. The high street's dying. You've got influencers on Instagram, the likes, who are promoting other people's products. So it's definitely the way it's going, and the high street's unfortunately a bit of a dying thing. Companies now can, operate from warehouses, can operate remotely, with a camera and a laptop, and this is the way the world's going, and it is certainly the world that we are going to enter more than we are today.
eBay.
Don't get me started on eBay.
Okay, I'm not getting you started on eBay. So yes, this is your front of house shop. But you do use eBay. As another outlet. To sell your products. How do you get on with them?
So eBay, it's unfortunately the platform we can't get away from, because eBay generates as sales, it generates as leads. A lot of inquiries come through it. The unfortunate part about it for us is the fees that we pay.
Massive. I think every year eBay are just putting the fees up and up and up. I mean, I sold a Rover Metro on eBay in 2008. I brought it for £20. I sold it for £100, and eBay took £40 off me. And I thought, what was the point in that? Yes, it's massive. What about Amazon?
We don't actually do much on Amazon because, again, that's another area where we need to explore. But there's no wheels on Amazon.
No.
There's a few little light accessories, but again, Amazon have got you regards to they charge you revenue to list, they charge you monthly subscription, then they charge you again when you sell it, and then they charge you for receiving the money. So they've got you to every angle, these Amazon and eBay have. What we're trying to do as a business is to move away from them. So the website, the Alloy Hub website that you see today, currently, that's going to be totally remodeled. It's going to be optimized so we can make it as user friendly as possible. And then instead of obviously looking to spend the money on eBay and Amazon, we're going to spend the money on Google, search engine optimization, pay-per-click, all the avenues, Checkertrades, Trustpilot, all the new avenues to get away from eBay, because even though we have got a great reputation on eBay, 100% feedback rating, we're a power seller, it just isn't it isn't where we want to be.
No.
You know, I think to myself, if I wanted a Ralph Lauren shirt, if you go on eBay, it's going to be fake.
Yeah.
And it might not be fake, but eBay's got that image that it's either going to be, you know, knocked off, fake, or faulty. And actually, what we sell as a business is none of them. So
yeah. Now, Facebook Marketplace is one thing that I've been telling you over the last 2 years. You know, is where you should be because it's cheap and cheerful, but that does come with consequences.
Yeah.
Of the buyers who mess you about.
Yeah. Put it politely.
Yeah, put it in a polite way. You know, they could be messaging you about 11 o'clock at night. Yes, I'll be down in the morning, collect these wheels or whatever. Next minute you're here at work waiting because you think some person's going to come and there's not that commitment tie there. So that's one of the negatives about Facebook Marketplace. But I think you could still advertise. On there. A lot of car dealers are going to Facebook Marketplace now.
Yeah.
And they're listing cars on there. But whether they've got the manpower behind it and you know when you go and click on Arnold Clark on Facebook Marketplace, you know what you're going to.
Yeah. You know there's someone there.
Yeah. You know you're not going to mess. You're not buying it from a garage, you know, some personal buyer. So, another question I've got is, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Hopefully on a beach somewhere.
You're on holiday more than me.
No, I want to grow what we've got. There's obviously the car industry. Some people will say the car industry has been mopped up by the big boys.
Yeah.
Your Arnold Clarks, your big dealer groups,
Evans
Elshore, all them sorts of people. And yes, it is by the run-of-the-mill cars.
Yeah.
So by your, you know, you can compare your 3 Series in blue, it's done 20,000 miles with black leather.
Yeah.
You compare that, and you can compare that across the country to 300 cars. Where we're trying to go in the motor trade is to offer the customer something that's completely unique, which is what we obviously do with the vehicles and that sort of side. And then the other aspect is enabling the customer to customise their existing car through our obviously alloy wheel refinishing processes, upgrading of wheels, and general modifications that can be done here. So I suppose where I see myself in 10 years' time is doing more of what we're doing today on a bigger scale. I mean, the business has doubled every year for the last 3 years. So we're hopefully going in the right direction. It's just adding other things to our bags. What other products can we add?
Expand the market.
Yeah. But ultimately, it's the products that we have. We have a great access to the products. It's getting our name out more.
Yeah.
Getting the knowledge around the local area. You know, our main marketing area is nationwide for wheels. Now, what we're currently not doing, which we're going to be doing in the next few weeks, is we need to target the wheel refurbishment sector that we can obviously assist with customers who want a wheel repair, a change of colour. You know, you've got a lady with a white Evoque and she's always dreamed about black wheels.
Yeah.
We can obviously assist with that, and we need to get our name out in the local area that we can offer that service. You know, we aren't a million miles away. We're not down Stoke.
Well, maybe you could offer a pick up and collect.
Yeah, we could sort that
service.
Yeah.
Some people like to bring the cars in and maybe get a spare set of wheels.
Yeah.
While you're fixing them. So there's lots of avenues I think you could explore on that one.
Yeah.
You know, locally.
Also, there's with regards to Land Rover stuff, we've got extensive stock of Land Rover, Range Rover wheels. So there's a chance that if a customer, use the Evoque again as an example, she's got the same set of wheels as us, and she just wants them in black. Now, the chances are we've got them sitting on the shelf. That you can drive in, 4 off, 4 on, an hour she's on her way.
Yeah, within an hour you've turned them around and it's done.
There's no delay.
Yeah.
Obviously that relies on the fact that we have them wheels in stock, but if we have sufficient notice.
Yeah.
We could source the same set of wheels as the customer has.
Yeah.
We could paint them in a colour of the choice, whether it be matte black, gloss black, silver, anthracite grey, pink, blue, green, whatever it may be. I suppose the where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
So if the customer's, wanting a certain thing, I'm sure we can supply it.
Now, you're a gym man.
Like
myself. We like to.
Where have you been? Where have you been for the past 3 months?
I'm there.
Chills on tally.
Do you think, fit body, fit mind, and all that? Do you think that helps you with your business?
Well, I'm not thinking fit body at the moment. It just seems like there's not enough hours in the day. But get to what it's like. You get to the end of the day, and you're thinking.
I know.
Sometimes you look for an excuse not to go. But I do think that when you feel you're looking better.
Yeah.
You've been in the gym, you've had your hair cut.
You got a new t-shirt.
You got a new t-shirt.
Not for me, because I just
you're hitting the town. You feel better, don't you?
Yeah.
And sometimes actually feeling better creates better ideas.
It does. It opens your mind.
Yeah. You're not in a rut.
Yeah.
Sometimes, as you'll know, you sometimes just carry on.
And you sort of get tunnel
vision. Yeah, you get tunnel vision. Only you see what there, and then suddenly someone else says to you, "Oh, actually, I've thought about this," and you're thinking, "I haven't even." What you've said is common sense.
Yeah, a bit
but because I'm tunnelled.
Yeah, well, like when I give you the idea about the Volkswagen camper people, because it's a massive market.
Yeah.
You're already sort of dealing with Volkswagen in your Amaroks.
Yeah.
Expand to that side of the coin. Is just an idea.
The principle's the same, isn't it?
And but then you're saying to me, well, I'm that busy with the pickups, that's doing really well, I don't think I've got time, and it's just ideas that people give to you, and you take them on board and work with them.
But actually, if you have the time and you have some time out, I suppose, and you sit there and you think, well, we could do transporters. What we need is if we recruit them, the right staff.
Yeah.
Whatever we can do that, we can, in this other building that we've got, we can increase the production by this sort of level. We could do this, we could do that. But like you say, when you've got tunnel vision, you don't see anything.
Exactly.
So
now, Joe, you were absolutely petrified before you were coming on camera, but we just done half an hour.
I wouldn't say I was petrified. I wish I had my hair cut first.
No, well, I do as well. Cut out these greys. Now, putting the man behind the curtain out there, how do you feel about it now? Has it changed your perspective?
It's definitely one of the reasons why I haven't gone across social media and said, I'm Joe from the Alloy Oven Veer and all this, and look at this Amarok, and look what we've done here, and look at the cars we've got on the yard and all this sort of stuff. I don't want to have that image that I'm, annoying your news feed.
Yeah.
A bit like you do with me.
Yeah.
But I think subtlety is maybe the way forward. A bit here, a bit there. You're not going to catch me every day like you are, but it's definitely something I need to do in order to grow the image of the company. So.
Well, Joe Stonia, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for letting me come and have a look at Alloy Hub and everything you do. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, do everything that Joe's got to do, because he ain't even subscribed to the YouTube channel. And we'll see you on the next one.